I've been playing Elden Ring ever since it came out, and I always wanted to challenge myself. I did speedruns, a duo run, and a trio run with people who have never played Souls games before. And so I thought about my next challenge, beating Elden Ring with starter gear only. I have a couple of rules laid out for this video. So let's first of all talk about what I can't do. I can't use any weapon, armor, talisman, spell, incantation, and buff items I didn't get at the start of the run. However, I can upgrade what I started with, like my weapon and flasks. This also means I can't use the Wondrous Physic. I'm allowed to get torrent and also crafting recipes, but only for pots. I'm allowed to get one Ash of War throughout the run. And finally, I can use items that help me in fights, like Mohg's Shackle. Now that we have that covered, I of course wanted the choice of what class I use to be completely random, so I spun a wheel with all the starting classes. Warrior is pretty good. I never used the warrior class, so I didn't really know what to do at first, but before I cover that, I first of all made my guy look like the toughest man out there. Only behind Satoru Gojo, of course. Now I did change how the character looks and turn him into a Giga Chat later into the run, so you'll see a shift in the looks a bit later. And one final thing before we start, I just want to say that the goal of the video is to kill every single members boss and become Elden Lord. Now that we have that covered, I spawned in and lost in a really close fight. When I lost, I fell down to a cave, and with me being half awake, I saw a glimpse of a woman and a horse. When I woke up, I found myself in Limgrave, and after running away from this tree sentinel, I found this little camp full of enemies, but luckily, I found this resting spot. And this is where I met the woman I saw at the start, Malenia. She told me the horse she rode on picked me as his owner, and asked if I accept. And I of course do. It's a horse, come on, I gotta. She also offered me to be my maiden and allow me to level up. And without a second thought, I accepted. So now, I made my first friend of the lands between. Yippee! After that, I went to this castle and got the first half of the Detective's medallion, which will be important later on. I also killed this knight, who had the bloody slash Ash of War. This will be my Ash of War throughout the run, but I can't equip it just yet, because I don't have access to the round table hold. Remember that. After that, I met Liurnia in a lake. He warned me about dragon I never really went to fight, but hey, I met our friend. Yippee! A bit later, I went to the Whipping Peninsula and met Irina. She told me about her father and the castle nearby, defending it from misbegottens who went crazy, and she asked me to give her father a letter. So I of course go to the castle and slowly sneak by to her father. Once I meet him, he tells me he can't leave just yet, as the legendary sword of Castle Morne is in the hands of the Leonine misbegotten, and must kill him first. So I decide to help. I quickly learned that, holy shit, I'm weak as fuck. So after 40 minutes of trying to get him, I realized I need to level up. Now, I could go around and kill a ton of bosses in dungeons, or I could go to Caelid and kill this big ass dragon. One small issue. This dragon has a ton of health. So, usually want to use Bleed or Frost, but I don't have Bleed or Frost on my weapon, and the only way to equip something like that right now is through the round table hold, which I don't have access to. So after a while of debating, I decided to kill the dragon with no Bleed or Frost. And after an hour of just aimlessly swinging my sword, I finally got the dragon. After that happened, I switched my position to not die again, and after 2 hours, I got this dragon. Yeah! And guess who showed up to give me access to the round table hold right after? Yup, Malenia came just in time, totally. Anyways, now that I finally leveled up, we finally took down the Leonine misbegotten, and now Irina and her father can finally reunite.
Irina, how could this be? I didn't deserve that.
Where were we? Oh yeah, we killed the Leonine misbegotten, and now it's time to fight the first main boss, Margit.
Extinguish thy flame. Let it be Margit the Fell.
Okay. God. Yes! Oh, huge bleed. My god. Bro, there! Oh! Ah! No! Now that Margit is down, I entered Stormveil Castle and met this creep who I'll never see again, so not a new friend. Anyways, I took a side path in Stormveil Castle, which was pretty easy to do. And on the way to the boss, I met this woman called Nepheli, and she so happened to want to fight the same person I want to fight, Godrick.
I am the lord of all that is golden.
This shit's not tough, little Unk. Yes, Nepheli, damage him. Ow. What the hell?
I got this! Oh, bleed!
That was pretty easy, huh?
Now that I've killed Godrick, I found myself in Liurnia, and this is where I met Arena. This is Arena, but Arena is dead. I found her dead, but when I talked to her, she told me her name is Ayeda, not Arena. At this point, I was confused. Then she asked me to bring her a Shabriri grape. Wanting more answers, I looked around for a Shabriri grape, and once I found one, I gave her the grape. She simply said thanks and didn't say much after that. So for now, I'll keep an eye out for her and try to get more answers of what's going on here, because this is clearly Arena's body. After this, I need to go to the giant academy in the middle of the lake. But in order to access the academy, I first of all need to sneak by this dragon and grab this key off a corpse. And right before I was about to enter the academy, I saw a summon sign from my good friend Yura. So I of course used the sign, which is when I got teleported to help him in a fight. This is when I learned what Yura does. Hunt other tarnished who are dangerous, mainly ones who practice in something called Dragon Communion, which means to eat a dragon's heart to get their power. He told me about a tarnished he once knew that turned bad, and now he wants to put her to rest. Her name is Eleonora, so I wished him good luck and we departed our ways. Now I'm in Lucaria, the wizard area of the game. After a bit of running away from crazy looking people, I met this red wolf, who besides being really fast and annoying, this boss was no issue. After that, I dodged this giant ball and finally met the boss of this area, Rennala. You just need to hit 3 kids until she falls down. But second phase is where the boss fight starts actually getting interesting. Now that I've killed Rennala, I found these ruins, which is where I found another Shabriri grape. After that, I saw Yeda again and gave her another Shabriri grape. That's when she told me about her goal, see the distant light, which I have no idea what that means, but I'll keep it in mind. After that, I went to this village and found this Albanoric hiding away. He told me about his secret place, and he gave me the first half of a medallion to access that area. After that, I found this shack and found Edgar, Arena's father. And not as a friend, but as an enemy. When I killed Edgar, he dropped a Shabriri grape. So I went to Ayeda and gave her this grape as well. And that's when I told Ayeda the truth about these grapes. You see, these aren't grapes. They're...
No. That's not possible. Not all of those people. Their own... So those noises I heard were...
After that, I left Ayeda alone and tried to clear my mind. So, I went to the Karya Manor, which after killing this woman on a horse, I found Rani's Rise, which is where I met Rani. She told me she wants to kill another demigod in Caelid called Radahn, so I set off to Caelid. And before going to fight Radahn, I first of all grabbed the second half of the Detective's Medallion, which is used to access the Altus Plateau. And once I arrived to the castle where you fight off Radahn, I met yet another friend, Alexander, a warrior like myself. So I wished him good luck, and now it's time to start the
Radahn Festival!
Holy shit, that's so sick.
Woo! Oh. Come on, everybody. God damn it. Oh! Oh my god! What the hell? Woo! Holy shit! What a fight! Now that I've killed Radahn, all of the stars started moving again. You see, Radahn was really holding back the stars up until now, and one of them landed in Limgrave, so I made my way over to that. And this is where I saw the first underground area of the game. First up, Nokron, the Eternal City. This place and another underground area called the Saphir River have ancestral followers all around the place, and you have to light 6 flames to access the boss of this area, the Ancestor Spirit, who besides being one of the main bosses, is not that interesting. I mean, the boss is pretty, but not much else to it. And after killing that boss, I went to the city and found the Figure Slayer blade, which I gave to Rani. After that, she gave me this item to access the Karyan study hall. But this place will be important later on, so I won't cover it now. And after all of that, I decided to finally go to the Altus Plateau. But right before I was about to enter the Altus Plateau, I met Ayeda again, and she told me she's interested in eating a fingerprint grape, which her eyes got touched by the burnt fingers. Now I have no clue what the burnt fingers are, but regardless, I went searching for a fingerprint grape. That's when I found this village with this yellow maddening flame eye, and once I successfully killed the ones casting it, I entered the village and found this church with a dead maiden in it. And right then and there, Vike the Dragon Spear was summoned behind me. So after having to kill another person, I got the fingerprint grape and gave it to Ayeda, and that's when I realized her goals: to become a finger maiden. Now, what's a finger maiden? Well, to put it simply, it's to guide the tarnished like myself to become Elden Lord, just like how Malenia is guiding us. But Ayeda seems different than Malenia, almost like they have two completely different goals to one another. Well, for now I'm gonna stop thinking about that and finally enter the Altus Plateau. Once I entered the Altus Plateau, I looked around for a bit and found the Second Church of America, and that's when I found Yura. The tarnished Yura chased killed him, and now I had to put down Eleonora myself. After doing that, I decided the Altus Plateau can wait a bit longer, and that's when I went to the Volcano Manor. And I know it might be hard to believe when I say this, but the Volcano Manor had a manor and had lava. I know, shocking. And after killing the Scotskin noble, I found this teleporter and met the boss of this area, Rykard. Now, Rykard is a gimmick boss, and not just any gimmick boss, as this boss has a specific weapon that you have to use to make the boss fight more fair. Now listen. Just listen, I tried so hard to get this boss without the gimmick weapon, but after an hour of trying and barely putting a dent to his health bar, I realized that this is just not gonna happen. So, for the first time and only time, I'm allowed to use the gimmick weapon for the gimmick boss fight.
Like, how did I dodge that? No. Get me out of here! No. You sick son of a bitch. No way. Come on. And woo! Yes! Now that I've killed Rykard, I found Alexander at the bottom of the Volcano Manor, making himself harder. I'm not joking. In the fight against Radahn, he shattered a bit and is now making himself stronger with the lava. And after that, I went back to the Altus Plateau and found this draconic tree sentinel. He wasn't much of an issue. Now I'm officially in Leyndell, the city that houses the Earth Tree, which is where I need to go to beat the game. This is where I met Malenia again, and she told me that in Leyndell she can help me more. After a slight bit of walking around, I found these tree roots and met the next boss, Godfrey. My goodness. Oh!
Oh my god. Now that Godrick is dead, I made my way up another set of tree roots and found a summon sign of Malenia. So I of course summoned her, and this is where I met the final boss, Margit. Yeah, so turns out that Margit isn't actually real and was just an illusion of
Morgott, last of all kings.
Ow. Malenia! Shit. Ow. Oh my god. Fuck. Okay! Now that I've killed Morgoth, I entered the Earth Tree and became the Elden Lord. Yeah, so the Earth Tree is blocked, and I can't become Elden Lord. That's why I went to rest in the Side of Grace and talked to Malenia. She told me that in order to get inside the Earth Tree, I need to set it on fire. But not just any fire, but with the fire set at the top of the mountaintops. So she gave me a medallion to access the mountaintops. But instead of going there, I'm going to take a side path and clear out another underground area. But this place is tied to a quest line. So I first of all talked to this woman called Fia in the Round Table Hold. And I had to let her hold me for a bit. Bro, what the fuck am I doing with my life? Now that I hugged her enough, she gave me this knife and told me to bring it to its owner. That being another person in the Round Table Hold called D. And after leaving the Round Table Hold for 2 seconds, I found D dead next to Fia. That's when she decided to leave the Round Table Hold and look after the dying corpse of a demigod called Godwyn. Complicated story. Anyways, I used the item that Ronnie gave me before to do parkour in this inverted tower. And that's when I found this corpse with 1/2 of the cursed mark of death. Now that I have that, I went to Nokstella and found a side path. Here, I found Dee's brother and gave him Dee's armor. Once I did that, I was able to summon him in this fuck-ass gargoyle fight! I fucking hate it! And after a bit of getting pissed off, we killed the gargoyles. And that's when I saw this coffin. So, I of course did the only logical thing and climbed into it. Then, this coffin literally started levitating upwards. And now, I'm in the deep root depths. Home to really disgusting creatures. But more importantly, the corpse of Godwyn. So after a bit of parkouring on tree roots, I made my way up to Godwyn's corpse. And once I was close, I had to fight Fia's champions, who weren't much of an issue, just annoying. Once I took all of our champions down, I got to talk with Fia. She told me that all she wants is for people to have a normal death in the lands between. As you see, a while back, the ruler of the lands between called Nurka literally removed the rune of death from the Elden Ring, and ever since then, people can't die normally. After hugging Fia one last time, I got transported into a dream, and that's where I met Godwyn's friend, Lich Dragon Fortisax. Oh my god. Now that I've killed 40 sacks, I woke up from that dream and saw that these brothers stabbed Fia to death. After that, I decided to finally make my way up to the mountaintops, and once I got there, I found Yura, but Yura is dead.
Finally, we meet the tarnished, who would be lord. Oh my, why the long face? I fear that you were previously acquainted with this vessel. Well, that is most unfortunate, for he is dead. As for his flesh, he gave it to me. Shabriri, I hope you can make your peace with that. You are about to sacrifice something precious, the life of a fair maiden, that you would toss into the fiery forge, only so that you may be lord. What a horrible thing to ponder. Your ascendancy requires her sacrifice, whether she wishes it or not. But how would the lord, crowned so, be looked upon? Chosen tarnished and would-be lord, dare to tread the path of true rigor. Spare the poor girl and singe your own flesh in her stead. If you are prepared to show resolve and attain lordship through righteous hardship, then heed the words of I, Shabriri. Descend into the depths far below the Erdtree capital. Seek audience with the three fingers and the flame of frenzy. If you inherit the flame of frenzy, your flesh will serve as kindling, and the girl can be spared, setting you on the righteous path of lordship, the path of the Lord of Chaos. Burn the Erdtree to the ground and incinerate all that divides and distinguishes. Ah, may chaos take the world. May chaos take the world!
There's one small issue with all of this. Can't really trust the frenzy flame. Earlier in the village I visited, the eye was the flame of frenzy. It drove everyone in the village mad, and it could probably do the same for me. So for now, I'll try to think it out, because I don't want to sacrifice my best friend to become Elden Lord. Anyways, it's time to finally explore the mountaintops. After a bit of walking around, I found this castle that has the second half of the secret medallion. However, the boss here called Commander Neil is a fucking bum! I have no clue why, but it took me so long to beat this boss. I'm not kidding when I say this, but this guy took 2 hours to beat, which is so far the longest time I spent on one boss in this run. Anyways, after a long talk, I finally got the second half of the secret medallion, which is on this lift, and found the concentrated snowfields. After a while of walking around, this guy spawned in, and after a bit of back and forth, I killed him, which gave me access to Mohg's palace, yet another demigod I need to kill. So I made my way to his arena, and now it's time to fight Mohg.
Is mine and mine alone.
Yeah, so remember how I said literally 2 seconds ago that I spent 2 hours on Neil? Well, Mohg is here to clear that. This boss took me 4 hours to beat, and unlike Neil, I didn't just beat him. This boss took a lot longer. His second phase transition is a huge problem, being an unavoidable attack that bleeds me 3 times, which means I'll have to burn through 3 of my heals, and that attack also gives him health back. And guess what? The only way to counter it is by using the Wondrous Physic Flask, which I can't use. And the cherry on top, my main way of dealing big damage, which is bleed, makes Mohg stronger.
And after trying again and again and again, I realized that this is not going to work. There has to be another way to counter him. And there is. Mohg's Shackle. Able to stun him for a couple of seconds in its first phase only. But if I can avoid taking any damage in the first phase, I can put all my focus on the second phase. Small issue. Mohg's Shackle is located where the Three Fingers are, so I could either keep trying to kill Mohg without any counters, or go down and grab Mohg's Shackle, indirectly meeting the Three Fingers. But not wanting to meet the Three Fingers, I kept trying, and it just won't work. So I made my way down and found Mohg's Shackle, as well as this elevator down. Here, I made a copy of Mohg, who was far weaker, so I took care of him with no issue. And this is when I rested at the Staff of Grace and talked with Malenia again. This is when she told me about the dangers of the Frenzied Flame, and how I should leave it alone. And maybe I would have, if I didn't open this secret door and found this. Thousands of corpses of the nomadic people, buried here away from anyone to see. I can't just turn a blind eye to this. So, I slowly made my way down, trying to find everything I can. That's when I fell down to this hole and found Ayeda again. She told me to remove my armor and weapon, and seek audience with the Three Fingers. And after everything I've seen, all I want is to protect the ones left from me, Malenia and Alexander. If it means talking with the Three Fingers to save Malenia, I'll do it. So I made my way to the door, and finally saw the Three Fingers myself. Now that I have the power of the Three Fingers, I talked with Ayeda again, and she asked me to lay my fingers on her head.
Oh, it burns. My eyes, they're melting. Thank you. I have touched them. The words of the Three Fingers. As your maiden, allow me to divine them. All that there is came from the one great. Then came fractures, and births, and souls. But the greater will made a mistake. Torment, despair, affliction, every sin, every curse, every one born of the mistake. And so, what was borrowed must be returned, melted all away with the yellow chaos flame, until all is one again. Those who gave me grapes howled without words, saying they wished they were never born. Become their lord, take their torment, despair, their affliction, every sin, every curse, and melt it all away. As the Lord of Chaos, no more fractures, no more birth.
Now Ayeda is dead. After this, I want to talk with Malenia to see what she thinks.
You have inherited the frenzied flame. A pity. You are no longer fit. Our journey together ends here. And remember, should you rise as the Lord of Chaos, I will kill you, as sure as night follows day. Such is my duty, for allowing you the strength of runes. Goodbye, my companion. Goodbye, Torrent.
Now both Ayeda and Malenia are gone. I only have Alexander left. And after all of that, I finally made my way back to Mohg. And now, it's time to kill him. That's fun. Come on. Yes! 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 If you enjoyed the video so far, don't forget to like and subscribe, as I put a ton of effort into these videos, along with only 0.5% of you being subscribed. Now that I've killed Mohg, I made my way back to the tower next to Rise and found this teleporter. This is when I found myself in the Astel River, which besides having a ton of big ants, didn't have much in it. This is when I found Nokstella, which was pretty but didn't have the boss I was looking for. This is when I saw this elevator that led me down to the Lake of Rot, which is the worst area in the game. A literal swamp full of scarlet rot, which is just stronger poison, along with these enemies that fill you up with deathblight. After a bit of slowly making my way through this lake, I found this coffin, so I of course jumped inside. This is where I met the next main boss, Astel. Don't know if it's time to get fucking stand. What the hell? Uh-oh. Woo! Holy shit, that was pretty close. Now that I've killed a spare, I want to finally light the earth tree with the giant pot in the mountaintops. But of course there has to be someone guarding it. And that's the final giant left, the fire giant. But luckily I can summon my boy Alexander for this fight. Oh my goodness, Alexander. You're fucking packing a pot. Holy shit! Come on, Alexander. Fuck. Holy. Oh! Come on, Alexander, we got this!
Oh shit, this guy's fucking crazy. Yeah! Now that we killed the last giant, I climbed up to the pot and started burning the earth tree.
Burn the Erd Tree to the ground and incinerate all that divides and distinguishes. Ah, may chaos take the world! May chaos take the world!
Now that I've burned the earth tree, I woke up in crumbling Farum Azula, a floating structure which houses the ancient dragons. After a bit of parkouring around these floating platforms, I found the Godskin duo, who are pretty annoying, but they have one hard counter: sleep. So I crafted a couple of pots and absolutely destroyed them. And after a bit of walking around, I found these blocks leading me down to this grave, which once I sat down in it, time literally started reversing. And this is where I found the Lord of the Ancient Dragons, Placidusax. Oh, that was close. What the hell is that fucking tail flap, bro? Shit. Come on. Woo! Now that the Dragon Lord is down, I went back up and found my boy Alexander again.
Ah, I see you finally made it here yourself. The city hanging in the air is slowly crumbling. What an incredible place we find ourselves. But that aside, you're certainly a force to be reckoned with, eh? I doubt there's a single soul who could have handled that giant other than you. It was practically a god. Of course, I count myself, the great Alexander, among many. Which means I've but one thing to ask of you. Would you kindly undertake my ordeal? Come and tell me when you're ready. I've been longing to fight a warrior as accomplished as you. You are ready then, I take it? Then let us begin. I am the great Jar warrior. I am Alexander. Lend me strength.
Oh, this hurts to do.
Let us become
I don't want to kill you, Alexander. Sorry, Alexander. I didn't want to kill you.
As I suspected, victory was impossible. This vessel was found lacking. My thanks. I knew you were the stuff of champions. It was a marvelous battle. I implore you, take what I bequeath from inside me. All vessels are destined to one day break. But the great Alexander lived as a warrior to his last.
Now that Alexander is dead, everyone I know is gone, and after seeing it happen, I decided to leave Crumbling Farm Missoula and go somewhere else. So, I went back to the concentrated snowfields and found this village. In this village I had to find 4 candles in order to access what it was blocking off. So after a bit of losing my mind to these archer fucks, I finally lit all 4 candles. This is where I found this teleport that led me to Miquella's Haley Tree, one of the most beautiful places in the game, and also home to the hardest boss in the game, Malenia, a boss unlike any other I've fought before. She not only has 2 health bars, some of the most complex movesets in the game, restores HP upon hitting me, but also one of the hardest bosses to use counters against. The only real way I can counter her is with frostbots, but that's only gonna be used on her most infamous attack that took many runs away from me, the Waterfowl Dance, an attack that's really difficult to dodge, being able to one-shot you if you're not careful, especially in point blank. And remember how Mohg took me 4 hours to beat? Well, that's fucking rookie numbers. I went through all 8 recordings I did for this boss, and it took me 7 hours to beat. And the frostbot counter never worked out. I could never get proper timing to use it, and even then, it's only to cancel a Waterfowl Dance once. I lost to this boss probably over 500 times, and after 7 different rage quits, 7 hours of trying, and a shit ton of attempts, in the attempt I got her, I did something I never did until then, and that changed everything.
god! Yes! Yes! Oh my god! Oh my god, I'm actually shaking! I'm actually fucking shaking, oh my god! Now that this fuck-ass Malenia is dead, I finally made my way over to the final boss of Crumbling Farm Azula, Maliketh, the wielder of destined death. Can you not? Like, actually, you're so annoying. Like, can you? You not, dude? Let me heal him for 2 seconds. No way, I'm already out. Holy shit! That was so close! Oh! Now that I won in this really close fight, I allowed destined death to happen in the world again. Once I did that, I woke up in the ashen capital of Leyndell, which is totally not because of me burning the Earth Tree. Anyways, here I found this Sir Gideon guy who thought he was the shit, but he promptly got his shit rocked by me. And after that, I found an actual challenge.
Upon my name as Godfrey, the first Elden Lord.
What the fuck? Dude, oh my god, that's that. Oh my god, the delay! Oh my god! Yo, so annoying.
Thy strength befits a crown.
Now that the first Elden Lord is dead, I went up to the Earth Tree and went to fight the final boss of the game. Like, I rolled, but okay. I rolled! This is so annoying! Fuck you. Like oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god. Speed! Oh! Come on, get out there! Come on. Yes! I did it! I fucking did it! I win the game! Oh my god! I beat Elden Ring Sargear! I fucking did it!
Become their lord. Take their torment, despair, their affliction, every sin, every curse, and melt it all away. As the Lord of Chaos, no more fractures, no more birth.
Bound and incinerate all that divides and distinguishes. Ah, may chaos take the world. May chaos take the world!
Lord of frenzied flame. I will seek you as far as you may travel. to deliver you what is yours. Destined death.